Lucille Johnson, Aunt Willie's daughter, was, I reckon, the most important cousin I had. Lucille was a teacher, and she eventually married Jack Pennis while she was living in the Grange. Now, see, Lucille didn't play any part in my early childhood. I remember seeing her just once when we lived at the Granbury place. She and Neil and Lucille and Johnny Lee and Neil came over and spent the night with us. And they slept on pallets in the extra room we had there. And I don't remember Lucille anymore until she was a grown young lady. Now, Lucille and Jack Jr. lived in Columbus until Jack was up in high school. And I guess I had more fun with Lucille than any other one person in the world. We used to do literature distribution together at the church, and we just had so much fun laughing. We wouldn't sit together at church. I couldn't have. I would have laughed about something. Just to see Lucille sitting there would make me laugh. And we would pick up Dick at the post office and go up and get RCs and peanuts and put the peanuts down in the RC and drink and eat them. And we just had a lot of fun and a lot to laugh about all the time. I've told Jack many times about the time he was always an artist. I had a little old two-room apartment, and Lucille and Jack Jr. came over there. He was a little boy, maybe about 3 or 4 years old. And while we were talking, he went in there and drew on the wall some steps with some men going up the steps. And we used to think it was so remarkable what detail that he would draw when he drew little pictures and all at school. And that Jack, I admire him with all his talent and all his success. He has never changed. He's not sophisticated. He's just plain, simple, little old Jack like he's always been ever since he was a little boy. And I love him. Now, while I was driving in the car today, I thought of another long-lost memory of my very earliest childhood, and that was the songs that my mother used to sing to me. She would, I can remember sitting in her lap and her singing 2 songs in particular that I remember. Now, one was Red Wing. Went something like this. There was an Indian maid, a shy little prairie maid, who sang a love song gay while on the plain she whiled away the day. She loved the warrior bow, the shy little maid of old, but brave and gay he rode away to battlefield one day. Now the moon shines tonight on pretty Red Wing, the breeze is sighing, the night bird's crying, far, oh far beneath the sky her brave is sleeping, while Red Wing's weeping her heart away. Now I think there's another verse to that, but it's not quite clear to me. And another one was Sweet Marie. It went like this. Come to me, sweet Marie, sweet Marie, come to me. Not because your face is fair, love to see, but your soul so pure and sweet makes my happiness complete, makes me falter at your feet, sweet Marie. When when the sun sets in the west, sweet Marie, and I sit down to rest, love with thee. Every star up in the sky seems to stand and wonder why they're much dimmer than your eyes, sweet Marie. Now how's that for corn? And I know my rendition is going to go down in history. And I had another memory of when I was very small, that we went to a movie once. I don't know how we got there or anything, but anyway, on the screen was this old man paddling down in a canoe, and he had on skins and long beard. And Lord, when I saw that thing, I let up a howl, and I had to be taken out of the movie. Of course, the movies were all silent in those days, and somebody sat down at a piano. As I remember, it was like to the left of the screen, below the screen, of course. And they played music that fit the picture, I guess. That must have been a tiresome job. And then it was all captioned. There was no sound. And if you couldn't read, you would have been out of luck, I'm sure. Now, I remember seeing the first talkie. I must have been about 16 years old when that came out. And it was Broadway Melody. And then Al Jolson made a couple of them. Another song that my mother sang to me that I forgot, it made me cry. And that was, I think it's a Stephen Foster song about there was an old darky, his name was Uncle Ned, and he lived long years ago. Boy, you wouldn't be singing that now, would you? And back to my mother, you know, I think that it may have been her New England heritage, but Mama always had a much more broad-minded and compassionate view of the race question. I remember she said one time, well, if they didn't make some laws to govern civil rights, that people would never let black people have their rights. Now, none of us Southerners at heart wanted to admit that, but Mama could always see it, and she used to worry about the black people not having the things that they needed to live with. And as I said, that must have been her New England heritage. When I think about how many toys children nowadays have, I can't believe how few that I had in my whole childhood. And yet I didn't consider myself a poor and disadvantaged child because none of my friends had any more than I did. Now I can think back, count on one hand probably the toys that I remember having. The first doll that I remember anything about, that was a Dr. Bullard in Columbus. And my daddy pulled his car out of the Whetstone branch when there was no bridge there. And he was so impressed with me, he had come up to the house from down there, the Whetstone. And he sent me a beautiful doll that must have been about 2 feet tall. And he said its name was Nellie. And I had that doll. Well, her head was still, Mama still had her head in the cedar chest, but I threw it away. Now, all the dolls back in those days were made before World War I. They were all made in Germany. But they didn't know how to make sleepy-eyed dolls like they do now. And always, they had a hole up in the top of their head, and the eyes were put in there, and the eyes always fell out before it was over. Anyway, I had that doll for many, many years. She became disjointed and everything. And then I remember I had a rag doll named Sambo. I guess Mama made it. You know, Mama could make rag dolls. I have one here now that she made for you children. And I thought of giving it to the cabin up at Cataula Gardens, but then I decided, well, why do that? I just keep it in the family, because who can make a rag doll now? And then once I got a doll for Christmas, and it had real hair, and it had blue eyes, but somehow its toe got broken, and it was that way when I got it, when Santa Claus brought it. So it didn't bother me. I played with it a lot of times. And then I have a little bed in there with my things in the cabinet that came off of a little doll I had. It had a red cloth body, and it was stuffed with sawdust. And it had little hands on the arms and little feet on the legs. Now all I have left of it is that head. And I just didn't have many dolls, but I didn't like to play dolls. I like to play paper dolls. And I spent many, many hours playing paper dolls right by myself. I had a method and I had a way that I enjoyed playing paper dolls. I could never explain it to anybody. But I never had a tricycle. I never had a bicycle, except one time, I think Johnny Lee and Neil had a little tricycle that they had outgrown, of course, and Daddy brought it from down at Uncle Buy's. But I never liked the thing because it pinched my legs every time you turn it. It was painful. And sometimes we had seesaws. That was a piece of plank put across a sawhorse. And some people even made flying things. They put a log on a sawed-off log that was bolted down there. But that was extremely dangerous. And then Daddy made palm walkers for me, and I became quite proficient with those. And we had little hooks. I don't know, they came up from some kind of vehicle, I guess, and you had a real stiff wire, and it was made where you pushed the hook with the wire. I had a lot of fun with them. And now, before, the girls that were a little older when I was, they had the little iron cook stoves with all the little utensils, and I just thought that was wonderful. But by the time I came along, it was during World War I, and those things weren't available. Also, the little kid dolls. You'll see them at antique shows now. I never had one because they had, most of those were made in Germany. And all of that was stopped when World War I was going on. We got nothing else from Germany. They had beautiful china heads, and the hair was painted on, the features and all. And the head was put on to a kid body. It was white kid, like gloves were made out of. Very soft, and I guess it was stuffed with sawdust. And of course the hands were made out of the same thing as the head. And I thought they were so beautiful, but I never had one. Now we made jump ropes out of muscadine vines, and probably had just as much fun with them. I remember one time I got a white rubber ball, and boy, I played 1, 2, 3 O'Leary until I was very, very good at that. I had some jackstones, and I was very, very good at that. And of course the boys played mumbly peg with knives, and they always spun wooden tops, but girls didn't do that. Every spring they started spinning tops, and of course playing marbles. They always played marbles, but girls didn't do that. Another thing I remember when I was little was that the big girls were always sitting around making pattern. It was some kind of lace printing they made with a little celluloid shuttle. I never knew how to do it. I was too little anyway, and I don't think my mother ever did it. She crocheted. Now, Mo may know what tatting is, but nobody does it anymore. Now, I always wanted a little red wagon. And one Christmas morning, I got up, and I looked out across the road, and some black people were living over there at the time, and they had a little red wagon. And I said, Mama, Santa Claus left my little wagon over there. But you know, now my parents didn't feel guilty and feel that they should run out and get me a red wagon because I was disappointed. They got what they could, they did the best they could, and they didn't feel like they had to apologize for it. And now I know that I've got to bring this long, drawn-out thing to a close. I tried to go over it. I hope I haven't repeated myself, but I tried to note the things that I left out. Now, one thing I believe I did cover, that, and nobody might ever notice it, but after Aunt Grace married, and Jimmy went to live with Grace, Grandpa Beers, their father, went and lived with Uncle Charlie and Aunt Ella. Now, he, as I told you, was always sick, and my little mama spent many a night up there, tending to him and waiting on him. Then she'd come home the next morning and do everything at home. And then, after a number of years, he came to live with us. And he lived with us until he passed on. And my mama used to get up and go get Grandpa. He would walk up to his little shop. And at noon, no matter how hot it was, she would walk up there and take him his lunch. She was certainly a good daughter, and she never failed him. She looked after him as long as he lived. Right here, I would like to say that if any female member of our family ever wants to be a member of the UDC, United Daughters of the Confederacy, or the DAR, Daughters of the American Revolution, well then they are qualified to do so because we had ancestors on both sides, that on all sides, that fought in those wars. And you can be proud of them because they all fought for the same things: duty, honor, and country. And every war was the war to the people who fought and died in it. And you know that's more than some of these second-generation Americans can say, or third-generation Americans. You know, patriotism was in when I was a child, when I was growing up. Of course, when I started school, we were in World War I. And I remember my first reader. It had a picture of a girl waving a flag, and underneath it said, "I see a flag." And for quite some time, I thought every word that started with an F was flag. And the first song I ever learned to sing was "My Country 'Tis a Free." And the first stage appearance that I ever made was with a group of little girls, all in white midi blouses and skirts, singing, "Bring My Daddy Back to Me." Now, kids can't believe this now, but we had chapel every morning. One of the big girls would play the Stars and Stripes Forever, or the Black Hawk Waltz, which was popular then, and we would all march upstairs to the auditorium, and we would sing a song out of that 101 Best Songs, which were all the old familiar songs that kids don't even know now. And then the principal of the school would read a few verses out of the Bible, and then we'd say the Lord's Prayer together. And nobody thought it was unconstitutional or that our civil rights were being invaded and our religious freedom. And I'm sure nobody was any the worse for it. And then we would all march back down to our rooms and begin classes. Now this happened every day. Because there were only 2 churches. Every family was either a Methodist or a Baptist family. But we went to all of them. We didn't know the difference. And Mama said it was the same way when she was a little girl down in Mulberry Grove. And I was not ashamed to memorize and say stirring poems about the flag. What can I say to you, old flag? And hats off, the flag is passing by. The teacher I had the first year I went to school was Miss Janie O'Neill from Chipley. And I've told you all that Aunt Grace had named me a little nickname, a little Posey, a bunch of flowers. And some of the family called me that. So when I started to learn to write my name, the teacher was teaching me to write Posey Grant. And Mama finally told me that I'd have to tell her that was not my name. And finally one day I got up the courage to say, this is not my name. Because all the kids laughed, and I was mortified. But we finally got it straight. We didn't have playground supervision. I think the teacher stayed in the schoolhouse at recess and at noon. And we played games. I reckon they play them now, some, but I doubt if these sophisticated little kids would play them. We played Drop a Handkerchief and The Farmer in the Dell. And we played Step and May I. And there was one we sang, it was a version of London Bridge is Falling Down or something. It had an old English rhyme, said, throwing a bucket of water for my oldest daughter, 3 times round the silver spoon, and the pretty spoon girl goes under. Because it ended up that they chose sides, and there was a tugging contest to see who would cross the middle line. But I even played Pop the Whip, and I got thrown all over that red schoolyard up there. But my folks didn't go up there and have a fit because I was allowed to do that. I learned not to play Pop the Whip. Nobody was mad about everything like they seem to be now. And children learn to take care of themselves, and they learn the hard way sometimes. Now, it seems like we spend a lot of time in the spring playing jump rope, where 2 people would throw the rope and everybody else would line up and do various things. I was very good at that. Some of it was high water and rock the baby and hot peas and so forth. But that was one of our main activities in the spring. Now, sometimes all the Harris County schools would have a field day. They would meet in Hamilton. That was Hamilton, Chipley, Waverly Hall, Cataula, and Shiloh, and Jesse Wisdom Institute, and Sunnyside. Now, they're the schools I remember in Harris County. at that time. And we would practice for weeks until my legs like to kill me. We do relay races and all that, but I was never good at any of that. I did win third place one year doing a reading named Mary Carey. I remember some of it right now. And Mrs. Mobley trained me because I was the youngest one in there. There were some real well-trained and talented people giving readings. And I had a yellow crepe dress with a pleated blouse on the bottom. Now, Jack Jr. Penny has told me that I'm the only one that he knows to ask about his mother's family. And I thought some of these tapes, would be interesting to him, because some of them will have no interest to him. And I wish that I could have learned more or asked more about his grandmother, my Aunt Willie. I thought of a few things that Mama had told me about sister, as they called her, Daddy called her. She said she had a habit of fainting once in a while, and she said it might have been because she had her corset so tight that Daddy said when he was growing up, he used to help his sister lace her corset up real tight. And then she also had another habit that reminded me of myself. Mama said when she'd come home, she'd come crying and she'd leave crying. And you know, I do that too. I cry when people come, when I'm glad to see them, just like I do when they leave. And I'm sorry to see them go. And I've never heard of anybody else who did that, except Aunt Willie. And Mama told me once about she and Daddy, when they hadn't been married long, took the horse and the buggy and went up to Bullettville, or Warm Springs as it is now, to visit Aunt Willie and Uncle Jim. Now they had two children, John and Lucille. And Mama said Lucille was a little girl that she would stand in front of the mirror and primp all the time. She was such a pretty girl. No wonder. But anyway, while they were there, Aunt Willie gave them a set of dishes. And I know they were proud of them because they didn't have anything. And to this day, a cup from that set of dishes was handed down. And Mama always told me that's what it was, the last piece of that set of dishes. And I have it now, and I thought Jack Jr. might want to have it sometime. It's just a worn